Comparing fractions. There are 4 ways to compare fractions: area models, equivalent fractions, number lines, and converting to decimal numbers. Convert 3/4 to 5/8 using area models. For 3/4, since 4 is the denominator, divide the shape into 4 parts. Then shade in 3 of the 4 parts. For 5/8, divide the shape into 8 parts and shade in 5 of the 8 parts. Then look at your 2 fractions and your 2 models and find out which has more shaded parts. 3/4 is more shaded than 5/8, and therefore it's larger than 5/8. Equivalent fractions. Find the common denominator to your 2 fractions. A common denominator of 4 and 8 is going to be 8. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Therefore, multiply the numerator by the same number, which is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. So 6/8 is equivalent to 3/4, and since 6/8 is bigger than 5/8, 3/4 will be bigger than 5/8. On a number line, again find an equivalent denominator. Again, this would be 8. So your number line will be divided into 8ths. Then put your numbers or your fractions on the number line. 5/8 would go here, and 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8, and therefore it would go right here. And since 3/4 is closer to the right than 5/8, it's going to be larger than 5/8. And finally, convert to decimals. For 3/4, converting this to a decimal, you would write it as 4 going into 3. 4 goes into 3 0 times. Put a decimal. Add a 0. Bring down the 3. Bring down the 0. 4 goes into 37 times. 4 times 7 is 28. 30 minus 28 is going to be equal to 2. Bring down another 0. And 4 goes into 25 times. So 3/4 as a decimal is 0.75. For 5/8, 8 goes into 5 0 times. Add a decimal, add a 0, bring down the 5, bring down the 0. 8 goes into 50 6 times. 6 times 8 is 48. 50 minus 48 is equal to 2. Bring down another 0. 8 goes into 20 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. 20 minus 16 is equal to 4. Bring down another 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times, which is 40, so now we're done. So 5/8 is equal to 0.625 as a decimal. And since 0.75 is greater than 0.625, 3/4 is greater than 5/8.